Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around should be good one today. Today's topic is what is the true definition of simping? This is kind of like a slang that's been thrown on brothers. It's been be nice to women, treat women with respect, dignity. And what's really my definition of what a simp is? A simp is really someone who's going above and beyond on somebody, well, mostly for pursuit of a woman who's not really interested in him, Nothing wrong with doing flowers, nothing wrong with setting up dates, there's nothing wrong with going out and enjoying yourself. When you're going out on dates which you know you can't afford, you're overly pursuing a woman, you're not giving her the time and the space, then that's simping, you're paying a woman's bills, you're not married, you're not in a relationship, you're sending her money, that's simping. I know back in the day, it was like, Western Union, but now it's through Cash App, through Venmo, all kind of apps you can use to send people money. And that woman's not interested in you, and she's not really thinking about you, yeah, you're simping, But a lot of times, people get misconstrued about what a simp is, just taking a woman out on a date, buying her flowers. No, that's what gentlemen do. You take her out on a date, you buy her flowers, buy her chocolate. You text her when she's on the way home, you text her, make sure she got home straight. That's what gentlemen do, A simp is just basically, hey, I'm just going to overly pursue a woman, she's not interested in me, I'm not really interested in her, but because I like the attention, I'm starving the attention, then I want to be with her, That's just that, you just want the attention. Or also too, simp could also be, you have your own set of children, and you're taking care of another woman's children, that's simping too, because your biological children need you in the home. I understand you might be with a mom, and like I said, they don't just neglect your responsibility as a man to your own children, But also too, what simping is just getting to a mindset where you're just all or nothing when you're pursuing a woman. You gotta make sure that you give her space, you give her time where she can think. I wonder about you a little bit, but not too much, you know what I mean? But like I said, you simping, not because you liking a woman's picture, not because you heart a woman's picture on Facebook. That's not what being a simp. It's the overly being thirsty, liking everything you see, not really having no self-control and self-discipline. You can't really control your head between your legs, That's why I always tell men to operate with the head on the shoulders. When you're on a business meeting, you're really focused, you're driven. Sometimes you get one man, you kind of like go sideways and you're thinking with the wrong head, and that's when you start making dumb decisions, We've all been there, we've all done it, I've had my share, so I can't sit up here and be a hypocrite. I've had my shares where women wasn't interested in me, keep pursuing. I'm just like, man, dog, like, oh, why you keep pursuing that lady? I'm like, because she look good, she got a nice body, but end of the day, I learned my leaks, and guess what? I was able to grow from it quickly in my mid-20s and now my early 30s. I just been on point. That's why I'm kind of glad I was able to find my wife, and I'm kind of good now. But like I said, you go through those lumps, and especially your dating out, your dating life, you're gonna go through those lumps. You start getting attracted to different types of women, and they start having standards. You be like, do I measure up? I ain't got no car, ain't got no house, I ain't got nothing in my name. You feel like you gotta overly pursue a woman just to get her. I learned quickly, you don't really need all that, really. You just gotta really just be yourself, you be genuine with whoever you are, you be authentically yourself. When you're not being authentically yourself, that's when you got issues and problems. That's when you got something messed up with you. When you're not being yourself, and you're always trying to get with her, what she's trying to do, instead of doing your own pathway and being your own man. She gonna like you more for being your own self, your own man, doing your own thing, than you trying to chase after her. Nah, that's not what you do. What's your thoughts about what is a simp? Feel free to comment below. Until next time out, Coach JC.